Like I forget what's disgusting.
Tyler Wilson's watching. Make it look cool. Make it look cool. What's up, guys? I'm Alex.
I'm Jason. We're the Table Monkeys, and this is Table Talks episode 27?
27.
27. All right, 27 episodes, and if you don't know, we did just hit 1,000 subs, so thank you once again. Yeah, we're going to keep thanking about this because it's pretty awesome.
We're actually already at 1,083.
As of this moment right now, yeah. So we're, who knows when this gets posted, maybe we're at 1,100. Oh my God. But either way, it's climbing, it's growing, and we can't thank you guys enough. We're glad that you guys are liking the content, and that's
we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're going to keep doing this shit because we want to grow the sport as well as grow our channel. And
and it's that's it. It's a big community. People like watching people pull, so just keep putting out the content. And these videos here, if you haven't seen them before, this is just we call Table Talks, where we kind of talk a bunch of bullshit over the most recent pulling practices that we've had.
And today we want to talk about an upcoming little team versus team Battle of the Valley we got going on next weekend.
Yeah.
It's Toronto, the Table Monkeys HQ, going up against the one and only High Hookers from Pembroke.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's I mean, it's club versus club, and we're all like matching each other, but it's not. It wouldn't say it's their best pullers against our best pullers.
Set up all these matches so they could be competitive.
Yeah,
and obviously, if they wanted to, they could probably destroy us with their top three guys.
Yeah.
But
the idea of team versus team is pretty cool, and they're presenting that idea. And maybe in future BAL events, we can try to host some of those team versus team events, because that'd be really cool. You guys meet in a mutual area, maybe like London versus Pembroke or something like that, and then there's a bunch of different formats that you can go with. So those would be really cool. But this one that we got coming up, a bunch of flyers going up all over Facebook and Instagram. You might have seen some. So we're just going to talk about some of the matches and talk about what we think is going to happen, and
little game plan.
Who's going to, what we think our guys should do, what we think their guys are going to do, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And so let's start this up. Start at the top. So Paul Babbitz versus a man named Rich.
Yeah. Both new pullers.
Yeah.
Paul,
both bigger guys.
Yep. Paul, like 4 or 5 months in now.
Yep.
Huge hand.
Monster hand. Literally, I think as big or almost as big as Devin's.
Yeah.
It's
and he's only 20 years old.
Yeah, he's only 20, and he's like 6'4", maybe like a tall 6'4", probably almost 6'5", and 230 or 235,
something like that.
Yeah, in the 230 range. And then Rich, 6'5", 250. And so another big guy. I'm assuming he's got a big hand too, and he's again a newer puller, and it looks like he's a bit of a top roll and hook, kind of well-rounded, I guess. That's based on the stats. So
Paul's about the same.
Yeah.
I would say he's definitely more of a hooker.
Yeah, on his left arm.
On his left, both arms.
Yeah.
But it's just left for this match.
So I think this is just, let's see a hook battle. Let's see two big guys test their frame on the inside.
Good luck beating Paul's endurance in a hook.
Yeah, it's true. For a new puller, his endurance is awesome. He's a beast, and this is going to be a good match. Honestly, not a lot we know about Rich, and like we said, Paul being newer, he doesn't have a ton of options. On his left, he's going to hook, and but he's so
intuitive.
Intuitive on the table. So who knows what
he moves really well.
Yeah, he's going to show us a flop press and a king's move or some crazy shit. So moving on, let's go with Captain Hook, and whether he likes the name or not, that's going to stick because
that's Mike Smith.
Yeah, Mike Smith's hook is dirty, and he's rocking the pirate stash. So Captain Hook it is.
Yeah,
and it works.
Oh, you mentioned that to him? Yeah.
Oh, he's into it. It's all good. I mean, I don't know how into it he is, but he's not giving up the stash. So, but he's going to be going up against Big B or Big Brendan on right arm.
Yep, and Robin Getson on left.
So let's talk about Big B first. So, and they're actually, him and Big B and Robin are relatively similar, like size kind of pullers.
Yeah.
And I don't know that they pull exactly the same. I think Big B's more about the press. But anyway, so Big B versus Mike. Again.
So Big B, big hand.
6'3", 300 pounds.
Yeah.
So big boy.
Likes the top roll, likes the press.
Yeah. He's gonna want to like get you back on his side of the table and get some height on you with his top roll, and then find a way to get his shoulder in there and drop his press in.
That's a good answer for Mike, and he's a pure hooker.
Yeah.
But he's also got a dirty flop press.
Yeah, his press is really good. I would say I don't know if it's better on his left than his right, but as far as like his tools on his left, it's better on his left.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's really good on his right. But his hook is just dirty. He doesn't really have to use a lot more than that for the most part.
No.
So I really feel with both those guys, if he can turn either of them into a hook, it's going to be a bad day for them. But if they can stay in Mike's fingers and crack back his hand, there might be an answer there.
Robin's more of a top roller, right?
Yeah, Robin's got a big hand. I would say his hand is more like, it's thicker, more of like a hand control guy than Brendan, or at least when I remember pulling Brendan. But that was a while ago, so who knows how they've changed.
That's true.
Mike is explosive. He's a crazy athletic kind of just person in general.
He's giving up a lot of weight in these matches.
Yep.
But he'll have the explosiveness. He'll have the hit.
Yeah, and he'll be right there with them as far as strength goes.
And then for endurance.
For endurance, I would definitely give him the edge on both of them. He pulls a lot with us. He's been pulling more frequently, but just as far as like, again, cardio and just physical endurance, he's a hell of an athlete. So, they both gonna have their hands full trying to deal with him. And I think as long as he does what he did in the round robin, super tight and nasty in his setup, and hits super hard. With his hand first, I think he's going to have a good day.
And hopefully he makes Brendan eat his words, because he was talking mad shit on Instagram to me the other day.
Going on. Hopefully we get a little bit of some betting going on here. It would be a lot of fun. But it's all fun, and we're all in it to have a good time. But once it's time to pull, everybody's going to take it super seriously, no question. So next is your matches. We got you versus Zach Sadler on right arm. And then a man named Jay on left.
Yeah.
We don't know too much about Jay, so let's talk about the Zach match.
Yeah, so as far as I know
you pulled him a little bit, right?
A little bit after PAL, after I had a super match against Nick Fortin. So it's not too, doesn't give me too much information, but I mean, he was strong. He had a ton of side pressure, a lot of options. I felt like I could deal with his hand outside of the strap. But he's pretty comfortable flopping and trying to go for a flop press.
Yeah, he loves the inside game, I think, both arms.
Yeah.
Left arm, for sure, he's going to be trying to get a press on me, which we'll talk about later. But when I watched him pull right, it looks like very similar. He wants to commit that shoulder. Did he have a good hand when you pulled him? Like, I remember his hands are big, but he doesn't really like rely on them too much in his pulling style. But they're there.
It felt stronger in the strap. Yeah, for sure.
Like they're definitely a weapon. It's just a matter of whether or not his style requires it.
Brendan told me that Zach is very well rounded.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of thinking he's all flop press.
Yeah.
But so we'll see. I mean,
you know what? With a lot of people, they don't like to deal with the flop press, so it might be why he goes there a lot, because he knows, like, hey, based on what you're doing, you're not going to like me doing this.
Yeah.
He just does that.
Well, I mean, I arm wrestle Miguel all the time. Obviously, he's not at the same strength level as Zach, but I mean, that flop press is a pain in the ass to deal with. So I have some experience.
Anybody
with
who
that.
has a good flop is hard to deal with, you know. So it could be just he found it's good, so he just goes to it a lot.
Anyway, I'm not afraid to come inside and meet him in the middle. So
do you want to talk about your game plan or anything about what you're thinking? Or
well, that's about it. I mean, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna crowd the center. I'm not letting him win the center line. I'm not letting him win the shoulder line. He's gonna have to be stronger than me. Yeah. And I don't think he will be, because I'm on a different level right now.
Yeah, you're just training hard, and that the round robin was good. I mean, it's true. You came in a lot stronger than you have before, and
the hit.
Yeah, the hit was lined up, and the two losses that you had, I think Mike was stronger than you on that day, but I think if you and Derek had gotten into a hook, it would have been an awesome battle. Derek was on fire that day too, so I don't want to say that you would have beat him, but his win over you was definitely technical, not
and a mistake on my part as well.
And a mistake on your part, for sure. So definitely, if you can meet him in the middle, that could be an interesting match for sure. Yeah. I know he's I don't know how much more, but I know he's more left than right. Yeah. So it should be a good matchup. I don't think he's going to come in way, way stronger or anything. And then Jay.
Jay. So I don't know anything about him except
We don't even have a picture for this guy.
Yeah.
I asked Brendan for a picture, or Evan for a picture. I can't even get a picture. He's the no-name.
He's an enigma.
Yeah, he's an enigma, exactly. And that's how we're going to treat him. So
yeah.
You're a silver bullet on your left arm anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have a lot of options.
No, I'm all top roll and maybe a little flop press if I get you in position.
But you got to get in position. Yeah, exactly. It's not like you're right where you can kind of get there from almost anywhere. With
yeah.
I
plan on top rolling him, taking his hand. Not much to it other than that. I mean, I think I'm pretty confident. So
he apparently, we got a little bit of stats on him because they did give us some stats. So apparently he does like the press.
Right.
That's if they were if you've seen the posters, we're just kind of going with top roll, hook, and press, and giving a kind of a grade on those to give you an idea of what kind of puller each person is. And as far as we know about Jay, is he's a bit more of hook and press kind of a puller.
Yeah.
And then big match. Oh boy!
So happy we got this one locked down.
Really happy that this is going to happen. So Anthony the Freight Train Biafore versus Alan the Hitman Ford.
Dude,
God, that just sounds good.
This is the perfect clash of styles.
It really
doesn't get better than this.
Yeah.
We've got top roll versus hook. We've got hit versus contain.
We've got tall versus like short and
stocky.
Like stocky. You know, like Alan's the 6'2", like kind of lankier 200 puller, and Anthony's 5'8", shorter, just like jacked, shredded. Beast mode. And
short. What is it? Brown hair Juji.
Now that would be another cool one. I don't know how good Juji's left, or how even. I mean, Juji's obviously a lot bigger, but Anthony's a good puller. But anyway, Anthony and Alan, this is going to be a good match. It is on left arm, so it's not Alan's money arm. Alan's right arm is obviously like world class, so we're not there yet. But Anthony's left arm is getting really, really strong. And I know talking to Evan, he kind of made the point that, based on what Alan likes to do, if Anthony just tries to contain him, that's not necessarily going to work. I know that Anthony likes to do that in practice, but I also know that Anthony is a different puller in competition than he is in practice, sort of the same way I feel like I do. Like, I like to give up a lot in practice in order so I make myself feel uncomfortable, so that when I don't give up anything and I try to take everything I can in a competition, I feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, there is a little bit of problem with that, is that you're not practicing taking things and hitting in practice, so you're not as ready to do that when it's game day, but... I mean, he's gonna try and hit.
So. I think he will. But either way, Alan's definitely got him on the hit. But Anthony's got a stupid amount of power and a crazy amount of endurance. Once he starts driving, it's serious. So left-handed match, really excited to see that. And then another exciting right-handed match is Mohinder versus BLM. So a lot of people think this is a very uneven match, and BLM definitely, as far as rankings go and as far as what kind of a puller he is established wise,
obviously he's number one.
Obviously, it does seem a little bit that way. But we know that he's coming off a bit of an elbow injury, and he's trying to work his way back up. So he's trying not to throw him in against guys who maybe everybody would think that he's ready to pull yet. But I know his hand is feeling strong, and I've seen him doing some numbers, so I know his arm is feeling strong. Obviously for Mo has got a really, really, really fast hit, if you've ever seen him pull, and he's a very commitment type puller. Like, his move and everything is like full commitment. He's throwing himself he's throwing himself into the match, and it's either going to go good or go bad. So with Brendan's elbow situation, that could be, if Mo hits him hard and fast inside, it could I mean, this is Mo's time to shine. Mo's got everything to win here and nothing to lose, right? So it's a great match for Mo, and BLM definitely can't lose it. If BLM loses this match, it wouldn't look good for him. So he's coming in obviously trying to win as well. So that's exciting to see. We're excited to see that. And then another match we got on the card here is
Mr. Top Troll.
Top Troll King is getting a match. And
of my favorite pullers.
Yeah, definitely. No, but honestly, Steve has been making some good progress, and he loves the sport. He's so committed to the community and the whole environment and the sport and everything. So he's a great guy to have around in practice, and really good that we can get him a match.
And he really does have a dirty top roll.
His top roll is getting good.
Yeah.
It is. Every time we pull with him, it's better. It's stronger. His hand's getting better. Like, he is, dedication works, you know? Like, he posts his videos of doing his curls and his pronation and his hand work and all that, but it's not just, he doesn't just post that video. He's actually doing all the work. He for sure is. And Mike, who he's going against, is a nasty left hand hook puller. Luckily, this is a right-handed match, and he's apparently not as good of a right-hander. But
like
if you,
Mr. Inside Out,
Mr. Inside Out is his new earned nickname. If you haven't heard the story, apparently, whilst beating the shit out of Gabi in a hook
on left
arm, his guts kind of fell out of his stomach, and he had to put them back in after the match, and then continued to pull in that tournament, which is crazy. So this is one tough mofo. And yeah, so looking to have a good match there. Again, he's a hook puller on his right as well, so hook versus top roll, styles make matches.
Hopefully Steve takes the win on that one.
Yeah,
with perfect style.
Yeah, just hit high and hard and fast and keep that hand and do all those things. Hopefully you get it. And then finally, my two matches.
Yeah, these are big matches. Big matches.
So my left-handed match, I'm going to be honest, I feel pretty confident about, but I'm going in as if it's fucking Dennis on the other side of the table. So it's against Zach Sadler on left. Now, we did see Zach when you pulled him last on right after matches and after pulling. That was when he pulled Dustin on left. And Dustin demolished him. Dustin
3-0.
just 3-0, ran through him. Not to say that Zach's not a good puller. Dustin just kept him away from where he wanted to go 100%.
Yeah.
And I plan to try to do the same thing. So
when you've got an ace puller, they have a lot of options, so they've got a lot of weaknesses. And if you can hit him in the right spot, it's going to be tough for him to get to his press.
Yeah, and maybe weaknesses, it's more so like they can't get to where they're strong, so it's not that they're weak, they're just not comfortable, so they're always trying to get away from it. You know, it's sometimes with those kind of pullers, it's not even that they're not strong in that lane, but they're just so uncomfortable with it they don't even try in that lane, you know. So watching him pull Dustin was I think I got the blueprint of how to deal with him. Obviously, I'm sure he's going to come in with a bit of an adjustment, and I don't pull exactly like Dustin. As much as I do try to model my game off how he hits, I do hit differently. I know Evan set this match up because he wants to see me fly back into a King's move and Zach jump forward into a press, and he wants to see a 7-minute Jerry Cataret, Michael Todd, style match. But I'm going to do my best to avoid that. I really don't want to get into the King's move. I want the King's move to become I want to spend as much time on my side of the table as possible. And if my opponent is fortunate enough to start to pull me to their side of the table, I want them to be then introduced to the King's move. The King's move only happens on the defensive side of the table is my goal.
So it's there if you need to use it, but you're going to.
But I do feel confident about that match, and we'll.
So on to your right-handed.
We'll see how that goes. Now, my right-handed match, not as confident. Definitely a big match. Evan. Bad Company Bourgogne was the one that kind of brought up this whole Pembroke versus Toronto thing. And I don't know if it's that he wanted a match specifically with me. He just wanted to make matches happen. He thought him and I on right was an interesting match. Again, he's a very inside hook and press-driven puller on his right. So I'm assuming that he's expecting to do that and me to drop out into a King's move and it to be very similar to his match with Christian Gilbert. But again, that is not the plan.
Nope.
I plan to approach it very similar to the way that I'm going to approach Zach. So crowd the center, hit hard, hit to the side, hit high, and try to get the match on my side of the table and keep it there as long as possible. If and when he does start to drive to his side of the table, at that point I will unleash thy king move, thy king's move, and try to make it actually useful at that point. So that's the game plan. There's no need to hide from it. I know that he's got a pretty straightforward game plan too, and I know that he wants a war. So that is what I am coming in to do: is give him as much of a war as possible.
And everyone here is going to bring the war as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, we are
It's
coming
gonna be
in-
a sick battle between two teams.
Yeah, and this is like the first really big kind of event, I think, in the last little, like we've thrown a couple little ones here, and like the 8-man round robin was kind of big and cool, but for the most part, it's just been a few super matches here and there. So
it looks like things are slowly opening up around Ontario, so we could expect a killer summer of pulling.
Yeah, exactly. And
Lots of events.
regardless of what happens, BAL, we're going to keep trying to go at it. I know people have probably seen a bit of the hype starting with Devin and Yannick. So that is obviously going to continue, and that will be a BAL event. It'll be the same time that Rick and Curtis are pulling. We got a bunch of other notable smaller pullers going. Mark Hoover and Kevin Keary are going left and right. There's a couple other matches happening. It's going to be another great day of pulling, and that'll be the weekend after in an undisclosed hidden location that does not actually exist. So don't try to find out how to get there. If you are there, it's because you're supposed to be, and it means you're pulling and you're part of the fun. So, but yeah, after that, we're just going to keep trying to do more and more and throw them. So get in touch with us, and we'll try to keep you guys posted on the pulling as it happens.
Yeah, so if you like the video, please like the video. Leave feedback in the comments.
Subscribe, all those things, and monkeys out.
Peace.